Welcome everyone to this demo. I would like to kick it off by saying that this was an awesome experience, learning and developing hands-on every class for the past 8 weeks. LLM concepts, RAG, and then we also built some advanced stuff. Also happy to work with some of my friends here, Krupakar and Atin Rao, who also joined me here in this course. It was awesome working with everyone. Also collaborating with some of the other folks here. Some of my workplace buddies are here today. Sarah and Raman, thanks for joining. Happy to see you here. Today, we will be discussing, going over the demo of DrugAlertAI, which is an AI-driven innovative software that bridges the gap between pharmaceutical companies, healthcare providers, patients, by ensuring that the latest drug information reaches doctors swiftly and accurately. This enables them to make the most optimal and timely decision for their patients. Let's meet Emily, who is a 45-year-old mother of 2. Emily was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disorder 2 years ago. Despite trying various treatments, her symptoms persisted, affecting her quality of life. Meanwhile, Dr. Thompson, who is Emily's dedicated physician, was actively searching for new treatments. One day, Dr. Thompson received an alert from DrugAlertAI about a new approved drug for Emily's condition. The comprehensive data provided included efficacy, side effects, patient outcomes. At Emily's next appointment, Dr. Thompson discussed the new drug options with her. After taking the new medication, Emily's condition improved significantly, her energy returned, and her pain decreased, improving her quality of life. Dr. Thompson receives the email from DrugAlertAI with the following information. The information contains indications and usage, safety information, warnings and precautions, risks associated with the drug as a single agent, risks associated with a combination of treatment, adverse reactions to the drug, and some drug interactions. The RAG was developed for the DrugAlertAI by loading the PDF of the drug highlights for the selected drug as embeddings, providing an example of the drug highlights to the prompt assistant. This basically helps in providing the LLM more context and generating a communication template tailored for one specific doctor. Handing it over to Krup, who will explain how the communication template will be then taken and then used by DrugAlertAI to communicate with the doctor. Thanks.
Thank you, Sid. Happy to be the first in the list today presenting. We're very excited about that, and also excited that we have finally completed the program. A lot of tireless nights, especially the last 1 week. We put together this demo. So this is a real problem we're trying to solve here. This is based on industry challenges. We are both not from the drug or pharma industry, but we do have a lot of friends and family in that area. So that's how we got into this. So Dr. Thompson here has several issues with how the current system works. So basically, the current system is based on a lot of manual approvals, handoffs, a lot of reviews, causing a lot of delays, a lot of handoffs, right, between various middlemen, various entities like pharma companies, healthcare providers, patients. So beyond that, he also needs to make sure that he gets the facts right. He has the right relevant data, timely data. He has all the references that he can check to make sure that it's a pretty new drug that they are working with, right? So they need to make sure that all the boxes are checked and the language is correct and according to what the FDA has approved and the indications that they have approved for. And finally, it needs to be personalized. A lot of the services today are very, for lack of a better term, broadcast based. They just broadcast information, but not very personalized for the doctor, their background, their education, their specialization, and the preferences. So this is the problem we're trying to solve. So this is the overall workflow. Sid already covered the RAG. So we're going to start from the left to right. We get the source of data from the scientific data, the FDA approvals, the drug facts, the branding websites that these pharma companies put out. We put them in a repository. We run it to the RAG. Out comes the communication templates. And it goes through a series of approvals. And these approvals can be very customized. We picked 3 approvals: medical approval, compliance approval, brand approval. And finally, the communication template that comes out is fed into this tailoring service, which uses CRM database of doctors and tailors that to their needs. And the doctors receive the alerts and are able to read them, understand them, and if needed further, they can go back to the repository, the websites to get further information. All this is fed into the analytics and metadata into the CRM back again. So it's a closed loop. You get basically it's a flywheel. It gets better and better with every new user and with every new usage. These are the tools we used for this: Streamlit and React Flow. We found it very flexible and also much better than Chainlit in our experience. We used Quadrant for vector store, the OpenAI for the models and the embedding models. And the LangGraph is one orchestrating the whole operation here. Langsmith we're using for observability. So this is a depiction of what the entire process looks like in a LangGraph. I use React Flow to put together the graph. And it's an active graph. You will see it. It's a graph in motion. What you see it is a snapshot of this graph in motion. We use this human in the loop concept that LangGraph introduced. It's a very useful concept since it's a very regulated industry and it's a very approval driven. We need to make sure there's human in the loop, constantly checking the boxes and making sure the right information is fed. I'll move over to the demo now. So this is a website that we have built. It's based on Streamlit. So it looks like a full app, like a functional website. That's one of the advantages of Streamlit. And the React Flow is this graph here. It's basically active graph. You can interact with it. So this is showing a reference workflow, but we can select one of the drugs here and then run the process. Now it kicks off the workflow. In the backend, it's basically downloading the PDF files, processing them through the RAG, and trying to get the templates out ready for reviewing. There you go. It's ready. So it completed all the steps here. It went through all the downloading and processing. Templates are ready. Now it's in the approval stage. In the medical approval, say I'm a medical professional, I can see the template created here. It's all templatized, but I can read the language. I can read the medical facts, and if it looks good, I approve it. It goes to the compliance approval. These are the guys who know all about FDA, and then how the compliance should work for the FDA rules and all. They're also looking with that lens, and they're also reviewing it, and they finally approve. And now it's the commercial people here looking at the language, making sure all the branding is correct, and the language is speaking to the brand and everything else. And then they approve. Now we are in the final stage. We're targeting. So this has been targeted for this John Miller, Mr. And then we are also seeing that the salespeople's information has been entered. And finally, we send. The workflow has stopped. The communication has been sent. So this is our terminal. So this is what it looks like. The email that's been sent out. You can hear the sound. The email just came to me. But this is what the email looks like at the end. Thank you for your time.